Hi, I'm Chad with Central Pierce Fire and Rescue, and today we'd like to talk to you about the importance of your children knowing their address in an emergency. As our children grow and get older, they learn about their community. They learn what parts are safe, who they can talk to. We teach them that they can talk to firefighters and police, doctors, to find help in an emergency. But there are some common missteps that children make when it comes to their address. So we're going to talk about that today, and we're going to provide a useful tool that parents can use to help teach their children about their address. First, we'd like to talk about some of the common mistakes that children make. It's common as they learn their address that maybe they hear adults say their address. Maybe their address is 902, but a child, when he's relating to that to someone else, might mix those numbers up. They might say 920. That's a common one that we hear. Additionally, maybe a child forgets to use the designator for their street. Maybe rather than saying North Main, they leave that key point out, and so then it becomes difficult to find that address. Or maybe they use their state, but they don't give the city that they live in. So all of those are key components of an address. And of course, this is age dependent. Maybe when our children are young, we teach them their house numbers, their street name, and the city that they live in. And then as they grow, they learn their state and their zip code to help those first responders get to their house in an emergency. So some of the tips that we can use with our children are, if we hear them mixing their numbers up, we can correct them immediately so they don't practice those wrong numbers. Additionally, a second tip we can use is encouraging them to use their fingers to make the digits of the address. So if our address is 902, we can encourage them to use 902. That will help reaffirm that in their mind for them. A third tip that we recommend is to practice regularly. Just like any of us, our children learn by repetition. So we want to teach them over and over again until they get it right. Because we have to remember that if a child is telling a firefighter or a police officer about their address, it might be an emergency situation. It might be difficult to recall that. So practice regularly and often. So the next video portion will be a useful tool that parents can use to teach their child or children how to remember their address. Feel free to pause as you need to reinforce those memory aids in your children, and play it as often as you like. Hi, my name is Firefighter Brunton with Central Pierce Fire and Rescue, and today we're going to talk about how important your address is when it comes to an emergency. Do you know your address? Well, we're going to practice that today. There are three parts to your address. First, we've got the numbers, the house numbers, 902. The second is the street name. We're on 7th Street Northwest. And the third is the city, and that's Puyallup. So we're going to practice together. Our numbers are 902. What are yours? Our street is 7th Street Northwest. What's yours? And finally, we are in Puyallup. What's your city name? Good job telling me all the parts of your address. Now we're going to put it all together. We're at 902 7th Street Northwest in Puyallup. Now put all yours together. Good job. Remember to keep practicing, and always ask an adult for help if you need it.